After playing countless Deadlock matches, I realized something about Counterspell that most players completely miss. Quickly, let's just go over the stats. You read the item description, you get 100 health and 8 spirit power, which, by the way, is pretty good if you think about that extra spirit gives you 10 spirit power and extra health gives you like 200 health. But the main thing about Counterspell is that you can parry the next damage or effect from enemy abilities and items. And on a successful parry you get 150 health, 1.8 move speed and 20 spirit power. If you didn't know, if you whiff your parry, it doesn't counterspell anything, you just have the 8-second parry cooldown, which can be taken down to 6 if you buy rebuttal. If you hit a counterspell, it will be on a 20-second cooldown and 50 seconds with transcendent cooldown. But how do you actually use it? As it says, you can use it to parry incoming damage, leaving you with all the ability sets it mentions and a small heal, and of course denying their damage or effect on you. Good examples are Bebop's Bomb, 7 Stun or the Knockdown ability. Those are well telegraphed attacks when to parry because they have a visual feedback on when the attack is actually going to damage you. Bomb or Stun have a ring around you that is closing in or the anvil is shaking mid-air when it's about to drop on you. Here's the thing that most players don't know. Counterspell does not only counter the damage or stun effect of an ability or an item, you can actually use it to counter the application of an item or ability. You could already have done such a parry by accident, because most items do damage the instant they apply the negative effects. For example, Silence Wave. As soon as you get hit by it, you get damaged. But this makes it possible to counterspell items such as Curse when you predict their application. Not only that, you can even parry hero abilities that get applied to you. Notable examples are Bebop's Bombs or Monkrill's ult. The only thing you can't parry or damage are overtime effects that have already been applied to you, which means Inferno's third ability, Afterburn or Decay, cannot be parried on their damage ticks. It has its uses against DOT attacks like Hyper Beam and Abram's first ability, Siphon Life. Those usually slow you down, but with the slow nullification and the extra movement speed, you are able to get behind cover and use it as a tempo play or get to safety. This secret enables you to use Counterspell in a way more efficient way, which just proves that Wild not only wants you to react to incoming damage, but also predict incoming abilities. This creates an environment that rewards countering the Counterspell by predicting the parry and then applying your effect. You know you have arrived at peak Deadlock, when the enemy Bebop is hooking you across the map, learning about how you can parry the bomb placement, and on the next hook, they wait for that counterspell and then apply their bombs. So in turn, you don't use the counterspell and are able to dash away from that hook. Or, you know, you just have a standoff, look at each other's eyes and try to be smart about it. Like I have been mentioning, Bebop really is the best hero to apply counterspell against. All of his abilities, yes, even his hook can be counterspelled. Another notable counter is against Yamato, doing heavy damage with her sword. But this is easily counterable because, like most abilities, it's well telegraphed. As a last example, we have Lash that also gets fully countered by Counterspell because it's able to parry all of his damaging abilities. You can't parry his grapple though because, well, it only affects him and does nothing to you. I would also have mentioned Ray's ultimate that got easily countered with Counterspell, but since her rework, the ultimate ability grabs you instantly, which needs to be predicted now. That doesn't mean it can only be used defensively. Many heroes actually have a great synergy with Counterspell. Apollo is really hard to kill with 2 Counterspell abilities up his sleeve. Mixing his built-in parry and Counterspell while attacking is making the enemy lives living hell. But what else do you expect from the demon himself? Vindicta can also use Counterspell during her flight now, since the gameplay update you can parry and melee while in flight. That also means you can use Counterspell in air. This is useful because you can counterspell items that usually require unstoppable, like Phantom Strike and Curse. The same goes to Great Talent. Lastly, I wanted to mention Pocket, as he needs to get in and out of situations, and well, if you get a parry in before you use your ult, that's just 20 spirit power. Now, I can't guarantee that you will win every game since you bought Counterspell, but I can guarantee that you will drop a sick-ass one-liner while parrying Lash ults. I hope I was able to teach you something new that you may be able to use in your future matches. This is the first video of hopefully many, since I challenge myself to make a YouTube video every week. So if you don't want to miss that, click on subscribe. And if you like this video, don't forget to like it. Well, there's nothing more to say. Go ask Yoshi if we can use Counterspell again after a successful parry, so we can finally play Sekiro in my favorite hero shooter MOBA. That won't be broken. YouTube ending credits, do your thing. And good luck in your Deadlock matches.